Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Package Weekly Group Retro. Today is Friday, December 4th, 2020. We're going to start off with what went not so well. And Tim, you have the first item.
Yeah, well, I don't know if this went not so well. It's just interesting, but we're starting to see more and more complicated bugs as we see usage grow. Yesterday, we had an incident where someone had 27,000 composer packages in their group. So it's cool to see people are using it and to run into these rate limits and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's more challenging bugs to triage and fix. So, and on to Steve.
This week I've just been worrying about turning on the authentication for the dependency proxy now that users have been using it a few weeks in core. So in my mind, that just means we might be breaking it for more users. And on top of that, I kind of fear that one of the reviews I've been working on is kind of maybe slowing things down and causing some frustration for the author. And I just feel a little bad about that. Over to João.
Thanks, Steve. So I was feeling very slow getting back into the swing of things this week. And I appreciate everybody being so supportive on that topic. David, I'll read for David. David says, I will follow the trend here. This week felt slow to me too. I'm not sure why. And David also says, I'm still a bit behind with my pings and sorry about that. Thanks, David. Hayley, over to you.
Yeah, just been doing some work that is not all that exciting, but still valuable. But it is hard to be like, yes, about it on the job.
Yeah, for me this week I had a lot of context switching between concurrent subjects, so it was difficult to focus in just one or two things at a time, which is a bit difficult to keep up with sometimes. And with on to what went well this week.
Yeah, I can do that. So I thought the first ops Ask Me Anything went really well. We got some good engagement from different folks around the organization. And on the data front, we almost passed our goal for the end of January in November. So it's pretty cool. We kind of set a new goal. It keeps happening. So I'm excited about that. And I could read for Gigi, who says, although still a bit slow on the review front, the metrics code is done and should be all merged very soon. It's very exciting. So on to Steve.
Let's see, where am I here? Yeah, this week, all of the dependency proxy work that I've been working on has had some really great momentum. The private groups feature has been merged and it's just waiting to roll out via feature flag. And then the caching for manifests, which helps the rate limiting, is also moving along really well in review. And then also set up an MR to introduce a new set of predefined variables to use in CI. And that's already almost through review as well. So it's just been a really super productive and exciting week for me. And then on a social side note, I also had a friendly game of chess with Tim. And David's not here, so I will read for David. David says, I was able to finalize the NuGet group level endpoint. This was taking way more time than I expected, and I'm happy the implementation phase is now done. It's also great to see the first user-facing results of our effort of porting the container repositories API to GraphQL, and perhaps Nico might have more information about that. Over to Hayley.
Yes, I've been doing Advent of Code, which is a yearly coding challenge that happens every year for a month. And it's just been nice to write code that I don't have to care about being in production anywhere, and I can throw it away when it's done. And I get there the first time it works, I'm over it. So it's been nice to have some kind of like coding. I'll read for Ian. Gandalf's beard is an awesome reminder of how much fun it is to work with you all on the job.
The registry database architecture blueprint seems close to completion now. I've submitted a bunch of changes and put it back to review. So finally, it's the last or one of the few last rounds of review before we can merge it. On to Nico.
So adding more and more things or types, that's the name, to the GraphQL API, it's a delight. And also after the switch to GraphQL for the container registry list page was completed, I did a rough performance check, and without doing anything particular for the performance, we already gained 200 millisec on full page load and the LCP as well, the largest content full paint. And plus we get cached results. So if you are searching and then removing the search, there is no load time, you immediately get the value. And this should be a big benefit for the bigger repos.
Awesome. Thanks, everybody. Anything else to chat about before we stop recording? No? Okay. Well, thanks, everyone, and we will see you all next week.